IP is actually quite straightforward when you understand the fundamentals. Get them right in your business and you can build the business on solid, long-term foundations. I suggest you start by reviewing what intellectual property means because it really helps to see the big picture. When you're not familiar with intellectual property terminology, you don't know whether it's patents or copyright or trademark that is relevant to your situation. This makes it difficult to know where to start and what to read, so a basic grasp of IP so you can identify the different intellectual property rights is essential for successfully navigating the digital environment nowadays. Digitalization is fast changing the world, and with it, the skills we need in order to manage our businesses. The changes brought about by the internet have made IP central to every business because most assets of businesses nowadays are intangible, and the legal area that deals with intangibles is intellectual property. Every entrepreneur would do well to learn the basic language of IP. The meaning of IP terms is fairly universal the world over due to the many international treaties that have been signed between countries to enforce and protect intellectual property. Now, most significant intellectual property issues occur in the early stages of projects before anyone would even think of consulting a lawyer. And most serious IP mistakes happen because the IP angle wasn't addressed first when embarking on projects. The IP strategy I'm advocating is to think about IP first rather than assuming it can be protected later. It's clearly impractical to consult lawyers every time you have a new initiative or project. For one thing, people often want to test the water, wait and see if the project has legs before asking a lawyer for help to protect the concept. However, as protection needs to happen in the early stages of projects, for example, by making correct choices, doing the right due diligence research, and taking the right actions, an understanding of the longer-term implications of your early actions when you're implementing new ideas is essential. This is where procedures come into their own as a way to protect IP. The key to protecting IP assets invariably involves taking steps at the start of projects when new IP is about to be created. The ideal is to have a process so you don't need to specifically think about how to protect this particular piece of IP. Using processes in your business is how you can make sure you take the right actions early on in order to be protected when you're implementing your ideas. There is no need to consult lawyers. Seeking legal advice is often not the most practical way of dealing with IP in the really early stages of projects. You can instead ensure you don't lose valuable rights, even where the idea is patentable, simply by using the right processes in your business. By adopting some or all of the processes that are provided in Legally Branded, anyone can protect their IP on an ongoing basis. Just make sure your team understand the events that trigger a process. They will then be able to ensure your IP is protected, even though they may not know anything about IP. The procedures could be spelt out in an office manual or in your wiki or intranet. Then, when inducting new team members, train them to identify the trigger points for use of your processes. I hope and expect that you'll get a lot of value from this course.